5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're live with Neve.
All right, everybody. Happy Friday. You are on Live with Neve. It is 6/25/2021, and we're here at 10 o'clock a.m. on the eastern coast of the United States. We've got our usual guests, my cohorts or co-hosts. We got Julie today, and we have the wonderful, one and only, talented Irish. And we're here. We've got an excellent guest this morning. We've got Brandon Bing coming on. We've got Julie. We've got myself. Just a short break to say Mike Imparato will not be joining us. He's been dealing with his family's medical situation, and our hearts and prayers. We miss you, Mike. We wish you were here. And
well wishes.
Yes, Mike.
Yeah. He'll be here in spirit, nonetheless. And
we have a rant that he sent that we have that I hope
very good.
Lighten things up, add levity to the situation, at least as much as you can.
Okay, so some of the other things we're going to do is today we're going to have no jokes, no gags. We're not going to talk. We're not going to laugh. We're going to be very deadly serious because we have serious problems to talk about, such as the lack of ice in my glass. Let's see, there's a few other little problems I'm having. Real first world problems. So if anybody out there has anything they want to call and complain about today, we're not going to have it. We want to entertain the notion. Today it's just all about living, loving, having a good time, and feeling and being yourself, whoever you are.
I'm just going to add phrasing in there now.
But we're going to add, we will be adding a dose of crazy. And yes, speaking of crazy, we'll have the president, Mr. Joe Biden. President Biden will be joining us later. He's not sure what he'll remember or not remember, but we have a script for him, and we'll be prompting him with an earpiece and a shock collar. I've been hired by the White House.
Very well, Neil. The shock collar things work well.
No, I've been hired as a media consultant, and I'm there to try and fix things up a little bit. So
you do that. Let me know how that works.
No, they actually,
let's spruce him up and defib him on live air. That'll go over great with the Secret Service.
Oh no, the Secret Service are my friends, and they know that I'm 100%, I'm vetted. Let's just say I have clearances that people would be amazed the government allows me to have. That's all I can tell you.
I would be amazed.
Remember,
correct.
Everything you see here, it could be live, it could be real, it could be bullshit. You just have no way of really knowing. So I will tell you.
Stop with the radio secrets. Stop with the broadcasting secrets.
If there's any, we have to make an animal announcement. We are all about animal rights and that kind of thing. So I'm going to say this. Please, if you have your fainting goat in the room, do not, whether it's the two-legged variety or the four-legged, remember, bah always means no.
Wait, I'm sorry. What was it that always means no?
Go.
Right.
Oh, I'm sorry. This one.
That was a little loud. All right. At this point, our guest today, Mr. Brandon Bing.
That's the one you wanted, right?
What in the hell kind of a show? Yeah, that was the one I was hoping for.
Bad means no. The squeal means please stop.
What about this one? Wait, what? What were you going to say, Neil? Which one?
And now it's gone too far.
Wait. Okay, easy there, Seabiscuit.
That's what's going on in my bathroom right now.
All right, listen, right now, we're going to have to we're gonna have to have a whole new batch of sound effects for next week. Plus
Are
the
you kidding me? You
frequencies.
know me, I have.
I'm afraid. Do you happen to have a spring that goes boing?
Yes, I'm sure I do. I have all sorts of fun library things.
The next time we have, well, I won't mention any guests' names, but I was thinking for Tucky part.
I know you were going to say that. Jesus,
Oh, you
ahead.
did, Tucky.
Yeah, go
I hope
ahead.
you're watching today, Tucky. I am looking forward. I'm going to see you. We're going to be running into you in New York. Do they all have to do 4 times, or can they do 1?
Well, it just depends, because when they're looped, they sound better. They're fine, because otherwise they're only like 3 seconds long, or a second long, or whatever. So it doesn't
there's
really
something that
do
can
anything.
be said. You know, at times, just that bit of like in the background, you play it slightly low when somebody talks.
Yeah,
And that way, if they're making a rather inane point, something really dumb, we
that
won't have
would be
to be
great.
offensive or anything. But we can just, like, for example, when Tucky comes on the set, we can have my favorite song. Easy. All right, we're getting a little we're going to have PETA out front in a minute bitching at us. I have to go out there and wave my gun around, scare them off.
Why? I gotta go get those sound effects. Now I have to create those sound effects. Thank you.
Now the worst part, no, all you'd hear is, "Get the fuck out of my yard. What are you doing here, people? God, just take that nest." Oh, that's your wife. Never mind. Get out of here. Sorry. I'm sorry. Listen, people, I'm feeling frisky today. It's 10:06 here in America.
We got Mr.
in
Mike.
New York. What are we doing?
No, go ahead. Finish what you're saying.
Oh, I was just going to say, it's kind of freeform radio today. It's like Neil Public Radio is vastly different than what you're expecting on NPR. We don't sit here and go, yes, today we're going to be talking about the adult male mating habits of a large baboon.
I've never heard that on NPR.
Trust me, Julie, we have to the whole show today. I think we've brought Brandon onto NPR, where we play shitty college bands that loop their songs. And you pay us for this crap. Not only that, all terrestrial radio gets to sit around and fight with us because they don't get any money, but we do. We get every dollar out of their wallet.
Beg to differ. They do get money. Hence why the entire terrestrial broadcasting system has gone crash.
Yes.
Thank God for social media. So fuck everybody in Radio Land.
Oh, come on now.
No.
Listen, I'm just now negotiating 120 location deal terrestrial radio.
That's awesome.
Drive time, so be careful. We don't want to offend our people. We haven't even worked for them to start biting them.
I wasn't aware of that. My whole career has been with Clear Channel. So I'm sorry, the other.
No, don't be talking. We got to be nice even to the big, bad, ugly terrestrial radio company, which we all
they
love
don't
to
exist
hate.
Anymore.
They're just gone totally. They suck.
No. They rebranded.
Oh, okay. Well, that's like putting new lipstick on a fucking jackass. I'm sorry.
Well, it's
still a jackass.
You made that comment.
Look, for everybody watching, this is kind of inside radio stuff. We're just sitting here, and I'm basically bitching and moaning that I have to pay for everything, and NPR doesn't. I don't see. Maybe again, like Neil Public Radio, you can be sure that if you send us money, I'll spend it like giving drunks shots and things like that. And I don't drink, by the way, for anybody who's wondering if this is natural, but yes.
Is this a natural state of behavior for you? Is that what you're saying?
I think I drank so much whiskey that I can just turn it on or off at will. I don't need any. That's just another switch.
Click. Just lean sideways and squeeze the liver. It comes out, and you're good to go for a few hours.
Listen, my liver, when I was in the hospital, I saw it run down the hallway. It was like Alien. There was 3 people getting out of the way screaming, and the rest of them, 2 nurses, were chasing it. The thing
it didn't run in a straight line, though. It definitely stumbled.
It was going to commit suicide and jump into the river. It did. It was very fast, too, for an old drunk's liver, but for anybody who is an old drunk, I say, hey, embrace the suck, whatever's going on, have fun. And so tell me, what have we got?
Mike. We've got something from Mike. So,
I guess
a rant.
Yeah, let's run this mic of rant, and then we'll move on to more pressing concerns.
All right, here we go.
And, here we go.
We'll be back, Mikey.
But Julie and Neil should have some good rants. I gave them to, I don't know if she's going to show you the driving one or the relationship one, but hope you enjoy it and hope to be back live next week. Thanks, guys.
All right.
All right, guys. Today's rant is basically for the men. I mean, the women need to hear this because it's all about relationships. So I'm laying last night, I'm pondering, why do men need to be in a relationship? Do we really need it? Yes. And when I get to the end of the rant, you'll know exactly why. Is it for companionship? No. Get a pet. Get a pet. You got all your companionship you need. Do you need somebody to cook for you? No. Go to your mother's house or an aunt's house or go out to eat. End of story. Do you need somebody to talk to? Do like I do. Talk to yourself. And if that doesn't work, get a parrot or a minor bird. Housekeeping. No. You can hire a maid, come in every other week and freaking clean your house for $80. End of story. You don't need a... Is it for friendship? No. Anybody out there, any person can get 5,000 friends on Facebook because that's the limit. So anybody that wants can go out there and get 5,000 friends. Do you need a driver somewhere? Get Uber. So you don't need it for companionship. You don't need it for cooking. You don't need it for talking to somebody, housekeeping, friendship. You don't need a driver. Do you need it to have kids? No. Adopt. Go play with your nieces and nephews for the day, then drop them back off. Now, so what about sex? What about sex? Go on Tinder, any of those friggin', well, if you know, go on Tinder and one of those sites where all the people want us to just get laid. Now, so you say, well, if you don't need companionship, cooking, sex, somebody to talk to, housekeeping, friendship, or have kids, what the hell do you need to be in a relationship for? Since the caveman days, men have never been wrong, ever. We don't make mistakes. We're perfect. So for that reason, we need someone to blame. That's where the woman comes in. Everything we do that could possibly be wrong is their fault because we don't make mistakes. You know, and it used to be you screamed at them when you were driving with directions, but now you got the GPS to scream at. You don't need it for that. I tell my GPS to go fuck yourself all the time.
Oh my.
But now, that's it, because we've never been wrong. I've never made a mistake in my life, because I will find somebody to blame. And the person that you're going to blame is the one you're in a relationship with. That's their sole purpose. So you have somebody to blame for everything that goes wrong, because it's not our fault. Oh, no, we're perfect. Never made a mistake. So that's why you'll see that really the main reason for being in a long-term relationship, or short-term for that matter, or even hanging out with somebody for the day, is because you're not making any mistakes. They did it. It's their fault. They don't even have to be in the same room as you. If you knock a soda over, it's their freaking fault. If you break something, if you drop a glass, it's their fault, not yours. So this way, now you know what a relationship is about. Now you know what marriage is going to be about. He don't need you for anything except blaming you for anything that he possibly does. So men, we know we've been right since the beginning of time. We know we'll never make a mistake. It will always be the woman's fault.
Yeah, okay.
End of rant.
Well, all I can tell you, Mike, I thank you for all of us men.
That is a valuable piece of information Mike just imparted on us. I will keep that for the rest of my life.
Irish, all I'm going to tell you is you can keep it the rest of your life, but try pulling that shit on your old lady tonight.
I know better. I'll get my ass kicked. Have you met my old lady?
I've met her online. Yeah, I mean, we had a very intimate but short-lived relationship.
Oh, shit, Crystal.
Sorry, man.
Damn it.
Okay, I'll tell you, that was just too easy. I'm sorry.
I knew that hat came from somewhere. I knew it wasn't mine.
And you thought I was wearing. Oh, speaking of hats, our guest coming on. The man's got good taste, man. Let me tell you, he's wearing a Neve signature edition. I believe that is a Gone Country hat, if I'm not mistaken. I can tell you. Man's got good taste. What the hell? I've got my special bling model. They thought I was some kind of a, let's just say they were wondering.
Dandy?
There was some, yes, they made some I don't know, inferences, which I had to refute. I thought, well, do I give off that kind of a vibe or something? You know, I mean, any rate.
Well, we're going to go run to a break really quick. We're going to run to a break really quick, and then we'll be right back.
Get him off the air quick.
Hey guys, I'm international singer-songwriter Hira and I'm on Live with Neve. See you guys soon.
All right. What a sweetheart she was. Our friend.
That was Hira. Hira
is just such a sweetheart. She's doing really great. She's gotten several more awards since we had her on the show. So you ask yourself, is that cause and effect or no? It's purely that the girl is amazing. She's got great talent and she's just such a nice person. I hope she does real well. So guys, we've got some great music coming up this morning.
Yay.
I know not only does the man wear a great hat, he's got a killer guitar and a great, even better voice. Man's got some great tunes. I encourage everybody to go check him out. He's also an Issa guy and he's a Gone Country hat guy. So he's in good friendly territory. So guys, why don't we bring on and why don't you ask a little bit about what Brandon's up to? And
Brandon, welcome, Brandon. Oh, we can't hear you for some reason. Oh no.
The mic is off.
His mic is on. Yeah.
Hey, Brandon, can you hear us?
Here, wait, hold a second, Brandon. How about now? Try talking now.
Yep, I can hear y'all.
Oh, great. Right, we can hear you.
There it is. Very good.
Hey.
All right. So
how y'all doing?
Good,
beautiful. How's the weather down? Are you in Tennessee or Florida today?
I'm in Florida today. I'll be back in Nashville on Sunday.
Where are you in Florida?
I'm over a small town and it's called Samsula, but I'm over here at my parents' place right now in Port Orange between Daytona and Ocala.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha.
Okay, you're a little bit northern. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm in Tampa.
So. Okay.
Right on.
You in like Clearwater or are you in like down?
No, just north. Proper? Yeah, no, just north. Like,
what little town
the new Tampa area. Dade City. Dade City.
Dade City, okay.
Yeah, between right before Wesley Chapel, all that new. Yep, here we go.
Yeah.
And for all my family and
Chapel up all over the place.
Oh yeah, Wesley Chapel's everywhere in the country, isn't it?
Oh my God, it really is.
Oh my God, anywhere you go, there's a Wesley Chapel to confuse your GPS. I have to say to everybody who's watching in Florida, I love you all down there, and to everybody, I will see you at least at Christmas time, and hopefully before then. I love Florida, and I'm a New York, Florida kind of a guy. I've learned how to get kicked by a horse and bitten on the ass and all that other fun stuff. Nice. And it was great entertainment for my Southern friends to have a guy from New York to experiment on.
Yeah.
They're like, we've been waiting a long time to have Yankee move out here. And boy, shit, we found one.
Down here to Florida, it seems like.
Oh, yeah, man. Let me tell you, I lived there for 40 years. I've dipped snuff, and much to the humor of all involved. I was about 18, had no idea what it was. I thought it was like, some kind of cool drug. And they encouraged me. They told me that you swallow the juice and it tastes very well.
Oh,
you do that.
Dude. You went down there with your hat and thought you had it all figured out.
Oh, no. Listen, let me make clear here. My hat and boots, I earned them. The boots I learned by piling up bullshit. And as far as the hat goes, I've been kicked, bitten, fought with, and I've earned my right to wear a hat. I will tell you.
Sheep with horses right now with sheep.
I learned a long time ago. Let me tell you something. I'm from New York and New Jersey. Sheep, carnal knowledge of a sheep in New York and New Jersey has been outlawed since my ancestor, the Dutch, got here. And I say my ancestor, he got here and got the town rolling. And believe me, we've had it outlawed. They hung a guy in like 1650 in New York City for buggering a goat. And there was 3 women who saw him do it. And the whole time they said that he was laughing at him, go, come get a piece of this. Rumor has it he'd driven up the coast from St. Augustine, Florida. He's one of the Spaniards down there in the 1500s.
Nice.
Needless to say, he had some interesting hobbies for the day. You could consider him a trendsetter with today's sexual whatever goes kind of world we live in. And now he'd be saluted as a hero. We'd be hearing his brave story.
Well,
I love
that's a very interesting story. Thank you for sharing.
Yes,
so
enough about Brandon. Welcome back.
Brandon, tell us about
Here's
you.
the shenanigans.
Tell us about you. Tell us about your album, what you have coming up, what you're doing, all that good stuff. Give us the lowdown on Brandon Bing.
Yeah, where do you want me to start?
Start where Neil finished off. Start where Neil ended. How about that?
Just avoid the sheep along the way.
Yeah, just start when Neil ended.
You went to the Cracker Ranch and you started mutton busting, trying to see if you were gonna beat a little 5-year-old, but I guess you couldn't keep up with him, huh?
No, 5-year-old. I'm able to believe
shit while you're at it.
I can jump over small children in a single bound, man. I avoid the children. I'm sorry. That's just something. not my party.
Jesus God, it's all out of control.
I like this guy already, though, man. He's gonna fit right in.
What were you gonna say? I got a healer nev that can rope you by your ankles and drag your Yankee ass across the country.
Exactly right. Listen, man, it was just because I had learned things I avoided such a fate. By the time they were thinking about it, I was like, if tip and snuff gets you high, the next horse ride, it definitely doesn't look like it's going to end well with me involved. Like you said, we just drag him through the damn palmettos for a few hundred acres.
Ouch. Those things hurt, man.
Hey, that was great. Let me tell you, back in those days, everybody had a gun, and it was a very polite society. People nobody mouthing off like they do today. It's like, we just walk by and go, tip my hat to that dude. Don't want to get shot,
So what do you have coming up, Brandon? I know you have some songs and cool stuff you want to share with us. So, so please tell us, what do you have going on?
I got an EP that's out right now that came out on the 26th of February. It's called Die and Breed, and that was a fun project. And it was also this project I recently got nominated for 6 different international ISSA awards, and I made it into two finalist categories. So I'll wait till November to see if bring some hardware home. One's going to be for emerging male vocalist, artist. And the other one is going to be for best for album of the year. Awesome. So we're hoping that those 2 can be a good start to get into 2021, transition into next year off to a good start, And I just came out of studio cutting this next project that I just did. It's my biggest one to date. I've cut 8 songs, so I'm looking forward to really raising the bar and just doing something that country music hasn't seen, not that they haven't seen before, but they haven't seen in a very long time. And just trying to add something to a lot of the greats that kind of paved that way. That's why it was a perfect segue, because my project Die and Breed was to pay homage to, the guys and gals that were really the pioneers of country music from, the beginning of the genre, up until current year. And trying to reestablish, what's been lost, kind of been put below the bro and brother country kind of vibe that you've been seeing, the whole pop country culture. I'm just trying to have something that's going to bring back real storytelling, real instruments, and get rid of all of it.
Right. So, because as we all know, I always refer to it as today's country is like 90s pop rock, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah. I mean, you got Hootie.
If you want to be honest.
Thank you.
I mean, how you feel, Jules?
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, there was it just was to me. That's what it felt like. I'm like, I've heard it all before. And then, oh gosh, I just lost his name. Hootie. Darius Rucker. Thank you, Darius. Yeah. He's such a great guy too. He's a nice guy, but
great.
and he's a great guy. And then just to hear him on Country Now was like, oh my God, did I just step into a time machine? It's like the same. It's not that different. It's
one thing I'll mention, you don't hear Darius using any auto-tune whatsoever. And I'm sure by design. I mean, don't get me wrong. If you have somebody who needs it, there's one note and you want to auto-tune it, that's your thing. But I'm kind of an old school guy, and I just like people to sing and know their note and all that. But I listened to some pop music a few weeks ago in a rental car. And it was just some random country pop, and it was so awful. I listened to it. It was all auto-tuned, and it made me cringe. Tell me about some of the artists you grew up listening to that you're kind of referring to.
Yeah. So, there's a pretty, wide, span of artists that have influenced me. But I was really big into a lot of like Western country, and also into a lot of just like traditional. So Chris Ledoux was a big deal as a writer. One of my favorite writers is, and God rest his soul, he died last year, unfortunately, but Billy Joe Shaver.
Oh, yeah, Billy Joe was the best.
Yeah, so Chris Christopherson,
right.
he was renowned. I love listening to Waylon, and I liked Hank Singer. I liked, the glottals and the yodels that he, put a part of his arrangements. I'm more of an old school cat when it comes to that. I mean, a lot of people say Hank Jr. and Merle and Willie and stuff like that, and those are all people in that vein as well. But it's just really, if you just want to take from the 40s through the 70s, a lot of that music, male and female, Patsy Cline, Emmylou Harris, Loretta Lynn, like a lot of those guys and gals who kind of just had a big impact. They kind of shaped my perspective. They shaped a lot of my songwriting because of the things that they would talk about in their songs. And I'm a big person on metaphors. I actually, strange enough too, growing up, I did listen to, I listened to a lot of rock because I played drums when I was younger. And
there you go.
Everything from regular, classic rock, like Stones and Skinner and Zeppelin to Lamb of God to Five Finger Death Punch to
bro. Yay, that's my world.
So like
I'm the metal.
I was around a lot of that different stuff, and a lot of Slipknot and
hell yeah, bro.
You know what I mean? Like, so it's just like those types of bands, that type of energy gave me a lot of just creative space. And then I listened to when I listened to hip hop back in the day, I listened to hip hop like lyricists. I didn't listen to all the mumble rap, all the bullshit that you hear that's just like the same old stuff and just like a whole bunch of, you can cuss and you can swear and stuff. That's if it makes sense. But there's a lot of stuff, unless you're really just trying to bring energy or impact to a phrase or a line, you don't need it. But when you're just saying it every other word and it's just censor,
and you just hit the beep and the drop out.
Yeah. Like, what the fuck? I might as well just listen to the damn instrumental.
Well, right, because you can't even hear it on the radio, right? Because it's just it's all just redacted sound. It's not there anymore. It's removed.
Right.
And then you get all the other music now. It doesn't matter really what genre, but in country music, it's just cliche. It's just, I understand everybody's out of vein. I understand there's different audiences. I understand fusing one genre to the next to bring people together to increase like fan bases and hit different markets. I get all that. But it's just that it's like when you look at the actual body of work, there's no storyline, there's no substance.
Right.
It's just cliche bullshit. So it's like if you and I say this, I've said this in other interviews, I've said this to people when I meet people. It's like I'm a very transparent person. I say what's on say what's on my mind and wear my heart on my sleeve when it comes to that stuff, because I feel like if you're going to make it in country music in this genre, don't come into this genre because of the fact that you can't make it in the genre that you should have been in.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Point. That's an excellent
I feel like a lot of people want to be pop artists or R&B artists, and they got their ass kicked because the people that were in there were a lot stronger than they were. So come in here, but if you're going to come with a smoking gun. Have something that you're going to add value and bring to the table. Don't just do it because you want to try and hit a chart and act like your country.
Dude.
It's like this whole this whole ideology of like, oh, I'm country because I wear a cowboy hat or I wear
Right.
this or that. That's all a facade. That's not accurate. It's not because you wear a cowboy hat. It's not because you wear boots. It doesn't matter. I got buddies that that wear regular clothes or dress like preps, and they're more country than people that you see out at a festival or something like that. It's a root, it's a lifestyle and a culture based off of how you live, how you work with your community, blue collar hard work,
Right.
understanding the foundations and the principles of what it takes to really grow a family under just a true purpose.
Sure.
And I think when you do those things, and living in a rural area just makes you a little bit more aware of things in your surroundings as far as access. Because when you're limited on things or you have to go further to get somewhere, you have a tendency to take more time to plan out what your day is going to look like. You
Right.
figure out how you're going to maximize your day to the benefit of you. And these are all things that I think that really make, if you want to say your country, that's to me, that's my
Sure.
definition of country.
I think you're spot on. And listen, hold that thought. We're going to be going to a break right now. We're going to be back. Have you play a little guitar for everybody watching. We're talking to Brandon Bing, otherwise known as Big Hoss. So we're going to be right back, and we'll see you in 1 or 2 minutes.
Yeah, right back.
Right?
Yeah.
Hi, everybody. Neve from Live with Neve. We're just having a little fun driver here, so please PayPal me / at Live with Neve. I'm Neil from Live with Neve. We have an exciting connection for our veterans, country music fans, and there is something for everyone. Gone Country Hats at GoneCountryHats.com. That's right, we've partnered with Gone Country Hats at GoneCountryHats.com. See you soon.
Hi, this is Leland Sklar, and I am hanging with Neve, and I am having the best time of my life.
Live with Neve Fridays on the East Coast from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. All right. Hey, here we are. We are half past the hour on Live with Neve on the East Coast. Guys, I'm here with Julian Irish and Brandon Bing, Florida man and Nashville killer. We're talking a little bit about his upbringing and musical background. And how about instead of me talking, Irish, you got a couple of questions you'd like to ask?
Well, it's interesting because I'd actually written some stuff down that he had already talked about, because, we have a new age of country. And like you said, it's more of a pop genre. And I think that a lot of times we get twisted up between production. I came from a farm. I grew up in the cornfields of Michigan. So I understand that, almost it's like you said, it's a lifestyle. The way we live, the way we work, the way we treat people, it's a lifestyle. And that music kind of holds that glue together in country societies. I've seen it a lot of times. So I guess the question I have is, as you're producing and you're doing all those things and you're coming from your roots, how do you keep the new age out of old school music? I mean, you talk about Highwaymen and you talk about, those older guys that really paved the path. And then you do see them though. So you see Chris Stapleton, and I think there's a lot to be said about him, and other guys that are still trying to hold on to that, what country is. So as you're writing and as you're doing all the things, how do you keep it out of there?
How do I keep are you asking like, how do I keep the people that are in the pop
just
side
the
out
new age? How do you keep the new age out of the idea of keeping some foundation to some traditional music?
Okay. May I jump in, like purity wise?
Yeah,
You're looking for purity, for your
so
purism.
really, I mean, that, like when I'm writing a song, so here's one thing, and I've said this to people before too, and I think this is just kind of funny, but you meet people, and I feel like there's a lot of people that we all come in contact with that they put on a facade, or they want to do something because they want a level of social acceptance. For me,
Very good point.
I don't care. I'm a lone wolf. Like,
I'm right there with you.
you know, but to that point is when I'm writing a song for a record, it's like, I think about my experiences, and I listen to other people when they're talking about what they write in these songs, and they have 2 or 3 other writers on a song, and I have nothing against that. And, I'm actually in the process of going to be working with some other writers just because I want to be able to add some dimension and shape, define a niche. But all the songs that I've released to date, even this next project, I've written all the songs by myself, except for I do have one song in this upcoming project that I wrote with a really good friend of mine, Jeff Ham, and me and him did that for my whiskey. But going back to what you were saying, Irish, it's having real stories that provide the backstory and giving the substance that way by being true to that root. If someone's trying to emulate something like that I'm doing, they can't do it because they don't walk my life. They don't know my life. They don't know that experience. They haven't
I
experienced
understand.
that. So if you
Absolutely.
that would be like me trying to go up to some cat that's like talking about, like if I'm talking to Nick and saying like, hey, a guy from New York. I'm not from New York. So, how am I going to relate to that? I can't relate to that. I can't talk about places like Brooklyn or Bronx or Marcy projects because I haven't been around those places. But what I can tell you is I can tell you what it's like to be a swamp rat. I can tell you what it's like to live out in the backside of the forest. I can tell you what it's like to be by the Cabbage Patch, one of the oldest, biker bars in the state of Florida. I can tell you what a rodeo night is, at the Ocala Rodeo. I can give you that because I live and walk that life when I'm in town.
Sure.
So when I go
And that's authentic.
yeah,
And
Yes.
that's what
Exactly.
makes the best music.
Thank
is
you.
true authentic writing and true authentic sound. That's what
Right.
makes the music good, because you can hear something's produced, you can hear it.
Well, see, and that's the thing. Like on this project here, like I have such a great team. You know, I work with one of Luke Combs's past producers, Kenny Royster. He produces all my records, and then I've worked with Blake Shelton's fiddle player, Janae Fleener. She's
Oh,
played fiddle
nice.
on all 3 of my projects. I've worked with Tim McGraw's and Adam and Jason Aldean's session guitars, Adam
That's awesome.
Schoenfeld, and I've worked with
Awesome.
Kenny Chesney's guitars, John Conley, Mike Rojas on
Wow.
keys, Dave Francis on bass, TJ Clare on harmonica, Bruce, what was it? Brian McKnight's old guitars, John D. Willis, and Tim McGraw on Faith Hill's background singer, Perry Coleman, and then also worked with Nick Buda, who's done stuff for Luke and many artists, Florida Georgia Line, Taylor Swift, etc. But I built this team, and I've been very fortunate and blessed as a up and coming artist. I guess I can't really say up and coming artist anymore because I got 13 songs out and 2 projects and all that. But I still consider myself a newcomer to the genre because I'm trying to cut my teeth. I'm trying to earn my stripes from all the other guys and gals that are in country music today that I still have either have built friendships with or I look up to. Even if they're not in my vein of style, right? Because they do have something. They have staying power. The ones that have staying power is staying power. And I was in the studio the other week when I was cutting this 3rd project. And, I told Janae, and Janae was like, I've become good friends with her over the last 3 years. And one of the cool things was she acknowledged the authenticity. Perry Coleman did the same thing. John Conley did the same thing. Dave, I mean, everybody in that circle, they all did the same thing. And it's like there's a consistent pattern like, hey, Brandon is coming with raw songs. The branding mechanism that I have with me, you call me, like you said, Big Hoss. I got Hoss Nation for my fan base. I got Bangtail Whiskey. I got my storytelling and my songwriting. I got the this Western outlaw Texas style meets this Southern and this rock and roll kind of vibe. And I found a way to blend it together to make it, something that's meaningful to me, but fits my vocal range, that it fits me as a person, my experiences, and ultimately is going to be something that is going to become a lifestyle. And you got Toby on here, for example. She just said keep consistent. And, nice to meet you, Toby. I hope to see you at a show. The thing is, like she said, you got to be able to stay consistent. You got to stay engaged with the people. You got to make sure that they know that they're worth a damn, because if you don't make them know they're worth a damn, they ain't going to be there at your shows. They ain't going to sit there buying your merchandise. They ain't going to sit there buying my liquor. They ain't going to sit there listening to my music. everybody thinks that there's some special sauce, secret sauce this equation. It's all about being a good human being. It's about following through. It's showing up, being on time,
And keeping it
making a
authentic.
sacrifice, and grind your ass off. Like,
Right.
I'm a serial entrepreneur. You know, I own a solar company. Shoot, right
I'm right
before
there with
this,
you, bro.
you know, where was I this morning at 8 o'clock? Where am I right now? I'm in Florida. What? I was up at 6 o'clock this morning. I was at a guy's house at 8 o'clock this morning doing a battery system for his solar, you know. And then I hopped on this interview to be here with y'all, and I
Thank
appreciate
you.
having it. You know, I got Bangtail whiskey. You know, I got my whiskey.
There you go.
Hey, there you're right.
You know, I
Send
got
me a
my
bottle of
whiskey
that.
because I got some stuff coming up with that. And it's like,
Congratulations.
no matter what I'm doing, whether I'm in Nashville working on music, living there most of the time, or come down here for a week or two to check on my other businesses, I never forget where I come from. I never forget my friends in my circle. And I never forget what my goal is, which is creating opportunity for other people, building the best music that I can inspire and touch people emotionally with, having a business that's going to, add to the economy, and give people the most badass show that they've ever seen. Ringling Brothers and Barnum's Bailey is gone. Is gone. After over 100 years of existence, they're gone. But you know what? Hoss Nation, Brandon Bing, Bangtail Whiskey, you know, everything, all the people that make up that culture, all that make up that environment, that blue collar swallow, everything in between, the most badass, you know, people that you see that walk this earth are going to be the feet, the boots on the ground to make Hoss Nation the greatest show on earth.
Well,
amen, brother. Amen.
We're running close to our next break. How about you play a song?
Yeah, let's do it.
I think that'd be great.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm a shit talking, I'm a dirty walking, crazy hooligan. I'm a dirty boy sitting in the south side of New Orleans. I'm a cowboy action gun toting rowdy heathen from the gunshine state. I'm a one shot kill, ask questions later like John Wayne. I'm a Wild West outlaw like the boys from the Lone Star State. I'm a barefoot bandit country bumpkin walking through this old Georgia clay. Proud of this old town, made this boy great. Proud to be a product made in the U.S. of A. Cut from a raw cloth, don't take no shit. I just bleed red, white, and blue, y'all. I'm American. I'm a howl at the moon, lone wolf on a Montana night. I'm a backcountry boy walking past with a guiding light. Shine so bright like the Alaska Northern Lights. I'm just a grizzly bear, yeah, I like to fight. I'm a hoot owl in the Bama swamp. Squeal, piggy, squeal, watch when I come for you. Proud of this old town, made this boy great. Proud to be a product made in the U.S. of A. Cut from a raw cloth, don't take no shit. I just bleed red, white, and blue, y'all. I'm American. I'm a gobble gobble cock-a-doodle-doo when the sun comes up. I'm that woody woodpecker pecking at some tall pine sway. Hit you like an axe, cut your roots away. I'm a slither, I'm a coil, don't see me coming. Strike you like a rattlesnake or a copperhead. Swift in the river like a moccasin, you just dread. Circle life, only the strong survive. I'm the real deal, partner. It's not your lucky night. Proud of this old town, made this world great. Proud to be a product made in the U.S. of A. Cut from a rock cloth, don't take no shit. I just bleed red, white, and blue, y'all. I'm American. We just bleed red, white, and blue. We're American.
All right.
All right. We're going to go to a break. Brandon Bing, an excellent
great.
song. I just have to say, man, what great
That's
lyrics you have,
awesome.
buddy. I
Very
really,
good.
what I liked about when I first heard you, man, and called you up or hit you up on Facebook. Great job. Really nice song.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. We're thrilled to have you here. You really do sound great. All right, we're going to go to a break. We'll be right back with Brandon Big live on Neve.
All right.
Ooh.
Questions, comments, click on the chat box.
All right, everybody. Here we are. It's 11:15 on the East Coast of the United States, and we're happy to be here. Our guest, Brandon Bing, just played an excellent tune, and we're going to have him come back on and let him do a little more picking and grinning than listen to all of us. So, Brandon, what else? What are you planning on playing for us in your next?
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna play something upbeat. This is I did this one for my EP that's out right now. It's called Die and Breathe. This whole project, I was really fortunate. It hit on the Apple chart. It went number 78 when it for a few days was out there, and then it got pushed off. But it was just to be able to make it there was a big victory for me, and it just shows me that I'm doing everything with the people the right way, and it's starting to get the traction. So I just want to. I wrote this song Die and Breathe to pay homage to a lot of the greats like we were talking about earlier, and also bringing back those real instruments, and also calling out all the folks that try to bullshit you around, trying to be somebody that they're not. So this one's called Die and Breathe. So it goes like this.
All right, here we are.
Appalachian snow cap on the bottom of the Blue Ridge Gap. See me in the river up Tennessee, or the creeks of the Chattahoochee. Dirty heathen, Huck Finn. You don't know about the places I've been. I can tell you a few things about my past. Walk a day in these boots, you won't last. A wild riding life, bareback Jack. Don't touch this old cowboy's hat. Hank Singer, hey, good looking. Wanna know, sweet girl, what you cooking? And if you say that ain't country, I say turn on some David Allan Coe. But oh boy, really don't matter, 'cause you never call me by my name, no. Never hurts to hear the old time fiddle or the bend of the pedestal strings. Feel the chicken picking up a banjo, or the sound when that harmonica sings. Old school country legends paved the way for a new class. Few far and in between make this old time breathe last. Floribama, Orange Beach, right next to Paradiddle Key. Mullet tossing, chili cook-offs, fishing rodeos and big beach shows. 1878, Green Hall. Oh, this honky-tonk? No, I can tell you about old Billy Bob's. Outlaws and armadillos. Boy, you ain't no renegade. So what busy guy walking my way? Don't get caught in the wrong place. Write a song for your early grave. 3 wooden crosses in a little RT, mixed with a whiskey lullaby and some old Brad Paisley. It's a great day to be alive, said Mr. Travis T. Don't be a crazy outlaw, son, or you wind up like me. Never hurts to hear the old time fiddle or the bend of the pedal steel strings. Feel the chicken picking of a banjo or the sound when that harmonica sings. Old school country legends paved the way for a new class. Few far and in between make this old time breed last. Few far and in between make this old time breed last.
All right.
Oops. There you
Very
go.
good.
That was great. That was great. That was awesome. 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 Thank you. It was so good.
I like the
Yeah.
authenticity behind it, man. I
Yep.
dig the lyrics. I dig the presentation. That's cool stuff.
Yeah,
I appreciate
it sounds beautiful. And yeah, like Irish was saying before, the genuine and it sounds really great.
Thank you so much.
Neil, I think you have yourself on mute, Neil. There you go.
Yeah, it's funny. I noticed when I was sitting here listening to it, I immediately went into drum mode and could just hear the groove perfect and was like grooving along with you, enjoying it. Cueing off the vocals because just sounds great. Really nice tune.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
I like too that you're talking about bringing back instruments because people who play instruments work so hard
Right.
To
to
learn.
become, the sound that goes behind all the great music that influences all of our lives. And it just hearing that is inspirational in and of itself. So I'm glad you're plugging that, man. I appreciate
Yeah, I
that.
really appreciate it too, man. Like when I'm around them and we go in the studio, even when I play live performances, just like understanding the amount of time and hours, the sacrifice on the craft.
Mhm.
There's so much that
I,
goes into it. And when it comes to, you take an album, any album or song, and you play it live in front of an audience. That audience has one thing in their head: I want this performance live to sound like it does on that record. And
right.
earlier, like y'all were mentioning about auto tune stuff, one thing I made a commitment with Kenny. I said, listen, if I can't sing where I am like right now, this is completely stripped down, impromptu. We're doing an interview, right?
Yep.
No, there's no
Right.
sound, there's no PA, there's no board, there's nothing. It's just
Oh,
right here. I
Right.
want this energy, I want this sound to be the same on my record. I want it to be the same at
gotcha.
a live performance. And I feel
Mm-hmm.
like if
Yep.
I keep that consistent as I grow, the people that start to find my music, that follow me, that grow with me, that grow with the brand, that becomes part of their life as well, they will see that progress. They'll see that growth and that commitment. They'll see the changes, how I as I change as
Absolutely.
a writer as the years go on, as I experience
Mhm.
more
Yep.
things. They'll see how my voice changes as I get older, and just get even more polished. And it's just something that's really cool because it, like you said, it inspires people Irish, and it's something if I can kind of be that like either leave that legacy or be that mentor, that's my goal.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think you hit something that brought a thought to mind is that people see us perform and they see an artist or they watch them for decades. And when you really think about it, you don't see all the time that goes into creating an artist. The work at home as a
Mm-mm.
kid, perhaps, learning how to write form and structure, learning to play guitar, learning to play an instrument well enough to write songs and then hopefully broaden out harmony, counterpoint, various musical techniques. And it looks easy. I mean, when I play drums, I sit down. I've been doing it for over 50 years now, so it looks real easy when I get up and play. But there was hundreds and thousands of hours behind doing that. And
Yep.
just hearing you sing, I know you've written a whole pile of songs
Oh yeah.
before you're doing it the way that it's. I don't know how cliche it is, but that's the way we did it in the old days. We got
Yeah.
in a room, we
Yeah.
sat down with a bunch of people, we write songs. I still do it the same way. Just I can't think of a better place to be as either writing a song or sitting down with my boys and doing it, just hanging out, knocking the song out, and then having people who have they share a passion for your song.
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
make good
that's a
points
great.
there because like that's my thing is like, that's why I'm excited. Like next Saturday on the 3rd, right before 4th of July, I got my first music video coming out for Yippee Ki and what I'm excited about is I get to share that with the world on 4th of July. But the day before, I'm doing a private gathering for the community at a beach bar up in Flagler Beach at Coquina. And
Okay.
we're gonna have I'm bringing the Nashville Writers Experience down. We're gonna have 4 bar stools, 4 of us playing acoustic, telling the stories behind the songs, sharing that moment, let people
Sweet.
understand it. You know what I mean? And I
Sure.
think that's yeah, that's like really where I'm I'm excited about that because it's something that people will be able to see the behind the scenes that they don't get to see at a real show when you're just getting drunk, getting high and getting
Having a
drunk
good
and
time.
being around
Yeah.
thousands of people and stuff, and you're just an ant in the crowd. Now you get to be up close and personal. You get to hear the story. You
Absolutely.
get to have that eye contact. You get to feel like
Right.
it's for you. You know?
Sure.
Yep.
Well,
That's
is there any chance we could get you to play that song?
Yeah, for sure.
That
All right.
we're almost out, everybody. We're here with Brendan Bing, and we're enjoying it. He's been kind enough to spend some time with us, and take it away, man. We're just loving having you on.
So you think you understand the cowboy code? 'Cause you say yes, sir, yes, ma'am, and thank you kindly, though. It's a secret language you never know, full of true grit, pride, and an unselfish soul. So you think you understand SOA? 6 shooters in there on my way. More than being a badass, I'm just saying. So I say, yippee-ki-yay, 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 oh, yippee-ki-yay, 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 oh. One shot signal in the air. It's best, boy, you better stand right there. Hear the trample of the Mustangs across the Rio Grande. Warning signs, watch them kick the dust up. Few echoes like the pain and devastation left behind from the trail of tears. You can do your own thing, old buckaroo, but I reckon I can teach you a thing or two. I got too much tumbleweed in my blood. Settle down, oh yeah, like I should. Do this for the love, pain, and the shame, not the fame. So boots been a mile or two, and this red dirt cakes my soul to show you the truth. So I say, yippee-ki-yay, 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 oh, yippee-ki-yay, 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 oh. One shot signal in the air. It's best, boy, you better stand right there. Hear the trample of the Mustangs across the Rio Grande. Warning signs, watch them kick the dust up. Fear echoes like the pain and devastation left behind from the trail of tears. Don't go buying a hat and some cowboy boots. Be called a Texan, 'cause that ain't you. Fake boys get caught in a lie. Wish they had told the truth. Load the chute, here's the saddle. Get ready to ride. It's violent. Bull. Spin around, bucked off, last breath, crushed heart. Crowd silence, hats off, face down, last call. Like Lane Frost. So the crowd says, yippee-ki-yay, 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 oh, yippee-ki-yay, yippee-ki-yay. yippee-ki-yay, yippee-ki-yay, yippee-ki-yay-yo. One shot signal in the air. It's best boy, you better stand right there. Hear the trample of the Mustangs across the Rio Grande. Warning signs, watch them kick the dust up. Fear echoes like the pain and devastation. Left behind from the trail of tears. Yippee-ki-yay, 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 yippee-ki-yay-yo. Yippee-ki-yay, 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 yippee-ki-yay-yo. Yippee-ki-yay, 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 yippee-ki-yay-yo. Yippee-ki-yay, 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 yippee-ki-yay-yo.
Very good.
That was awesome. Awesome,
So
awesome,
much
awesome, awesome.
being with. Yes.
You sound great. That was awesome. Thank you so much.
All right. We've been listening to Brandon Bing. Thank you very much, Brandon, for joining us. We appreciate it. And Julie and Irish, I hope we're going to be back on at 4 with Graham Stevenson from Australia.
Right.
And,
Right. All right.
It's going to be a fun show. But listen, everybody, where Brandon, tell us where we can find your stuff. What's the best place to find it?
Yeah,
Especially the whiskey.
Yeah, so if you go to the whiskey's on bangtail.com. It's also at Total Wine here down in Florida. If you're in Florida, it's at the Orlando locations, at East Colonial, Millennia. It's also at Daytona and Jacksonville and Altamont Springs. EasyLiquor.com. And then also you can go find me on all my socials under Brandon Bing Music, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Bangtail Whiskey as well on all social media platforms. So, and we got a new website being launched for BrandonBingMusic.com. That's going to be coming out on the 4th as well. So I'm looking forward to that too.
All right,
everybody. Well, we'll definitely promote your big 4th of July thing, and we look forward to having you back sometime.
Good meeting you, Big Hoss.
Hey, that's it. I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Brandon. You're wonderful. Thank you.
Yep.
Have a great day. It's Live with Neve. We're out of here. Take it away and have a great weekend.
All right.